starve the weak mind. Stop feeding your excuses. Do you ever feel like you're stuck trapped in an endless cycle of old habits, doubts, and fears? What if I told you that the version of yourself you've been holding on to, the weak, uncertain, scared version, no longer serves you? In Buddhism, we learn that the key to true freedom lies in letting go of the old self. It's about killing the version of you that's holding you back. Today you are here for one reason: to shed that old skin and emerge as the powerful, fearless version of yourself. Suggest me strong anyone intro. You're not meant to remain in the shadows of your past. You're meant to rise stronger, bolder, and unstoppable. Let's begin this journey of transformation together. One, let go or be dragged. Buddha teaches us something powerful. You only lose what you cling to. This means that the more tightly you hold on to your past, the more you end up losing in your present and future. Think of your old version as a heavy bag that you carry with you wherever you go. This bag is filled with all the things that weigh you down: your regrets, your past failures, the times you were betrayed, and all those old stories you tell yourself like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." But here's the truth: you can't move forward while still holding on to that heavy load. If you don't let go of these old weights, life will keep dragging you through the same painful experiences again and again. It's like trying to run while carrying a bag full of rocks. It slows you down, makes you exhausted, and stops you from reaching where you need to be. So what's the alternative? Let go. When you release your grip on the past, you free yourself. You stop being held back by things that no longer serve you. Instead of being dragged by your old habits, fears, and stories, you start moving forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Choosing to let go is a choice to surrender to growth. It's choosing to trust that who you are becoming is more important than who you used to be. Let go of the past and watch how the future starts to open up with new possibilities. You are not meant to carry the weight of old mistakes and doubts. You are meant to be free, to rise up, and to step into the person you are truly meant to be. 2. Burn away the false self. Every day we wear a mask. It's not a physical mask, but a mental and emotional one. This is the false self, the version of you that you show the world because you think it will help you survive. It's the mask of people-pleasing, pretending to be someone you're not, or hiding your true power and potential because you fear judgment or rejection. This mask becomes a shield, a defense mechanism designed to protect you from vulnerability, but it also keeps you trapped in a lie. The truth is, this mask has served its purpose in your past. It helped you get by when you didn't feel strong enough to be yourself. But now it's time to realize that the mask is not who you truly are. Buddhism teaches us that the ego, the false identity we create to survive, is nothing more than an illusion. It's a story you tell yourself, but it doesn't reflect your true nature. The ego thrives on fear, insecurity, and attachments to things that are not real. It tricks you into thinking that you have to become something or someone in order to be valuable. But the path to true freedom is not about becoming something you're not. It's about removing what is false. The layers of the false self that you've been building all this time are not part of your true essence. To burn away the false self, you need to sit in stillness, in deep meditation, and breathe with awareness. As you focus on your breath, imagine the mask you've been wearing slowly melting away. Picture the layers of fear, pretense, and doubt falling off like leaves in autumn. With every deep breath, let go of the stories that keep you from being authentic. The more you sit in silence and allow yourself to shed these layers, the more you begin to reconnect with who you truly are. Strong, free, and whole. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to chase after approval. You just need to let go of the illusion and allow your true self to rise. The real you doesn't need a mask. It is already powerful enough and worthy. So burn away the false self and let your true light shine through. 3. Stop feeding the weak mind. The weak version of you thrives on comfort, laziness, and endless excuses. It's the part of you that doesn't want to face challenges, the part that looks for an easy way out instead of pushing through difficulties. Buddhism calls this the hungry ghost. This ghost is a part of you that is always seeking pleasure, comfort, and instant gratification. But no matter how much it gets, it is never truly satisfied. It always wants more rest, more distractions, more indulgence. But it never feels content. This part of you is like a bottomless pit. No matter how much you feed it, it will never be full, and the more you feed it, the more control it gains over you. It convinces you that it's okay to delay your goals, to take the easy way out, to stay comfortable, and to procrastinate. It says things like, I can't do this right now, or I'm too tired, I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe later is better. These excuses sound so convincing, don't they? But if you listen to them, you'll never make progress. So, what do? You stop feeding the weak mind every time. That voice inside your head tells you to stop, to rest, to put things off. You gently smile and say, not today. You decide that the weak version of you doesn't control your actions anymore. You make the choice to starve that hungry ghost. When you stop feeding it, you take away its power. And as you do that, your strong mind begins to take its place. The strong mind is the part of you that doesn't give up when things get hard. It's the part that gets up even when it's tired and keeps moving forward. The more you choose strength over weakness, the stronger your mind becomes. Over time, the weak excuses and desires will lose their hold, and you will find yourself becoming more resilient, disciplined, and focused. So, stop feeding the weak mind and start nourishing the strong one. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish when you do. 4. Sit with discomfort. Don't escape. In our fast-paced world, we're constantly looking for ways to escape discomfort. Whether it's the discomfort of facing a challenge, feeling anxious about the unknown, or dealing with emotional pain, we've been conditioned to avoid it at all costs. We seek comfort through distractions, entertainment, food, or numbing ourselves with temporary pleasures. But here's the truth: discomfort is not the enemy. In fact, it is one of the most powerful teachers you can encounter on your path to growth. Buddhism teaches that true liberation comes when we learn to sit with discomfort. Instead of running from it, discomfort is a signal, not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be understood and embraced. Whether it's physical discomfort, like the pain you feel when you push yourself during a workout, or emotional discomfort, like the vulnerability of facing your fears, sitting with discomfort allows you to grow in ways that comfort never can. The key to transforming discomfort into strength is mindfulness. Instead of trying to escape or distract yourself when things feel difficult, turn inward, take a deep breath, and observe the feelings in your body and mind. Notice the tension, the anxiety, the urge to avoid, but don't react to it. Simply watch, allow the feelings to rise, without judgment or resistance. By doing so, you begin to separate yourself from the discomfort, realizing that it's just a temporary state, not a permanent part of who you are. When you sit with discomfort, you teach your mind that it doesn't need to be afraid of it. You stop giving it power. You begin to notice that the things that once felt overwhelming are not as frightening as they seemed. The more you practice this, the stronger your capacity to face any challenge becomes. You realize that discomfort is not a sign of failure or weakness, but a sign that you are growing, evolving, and expanding your limits. Think of discomfort like a muscle that needs to be exercised. At first, it feels hard and uncomfortable, but over time, as you build your tolerance and ability to remain calm in the face of discomfort, it becomes easier. And just like a muscle, you grow stronger with each time you face discomfort and sit through it rather than running from it. Instead of escaping, choose to lean in. Let discomfort become your teacher. Let it show you your inner strength and resilience. Each time you face discomfort, with courage and mindfulness, you are one step closer to mastering your emotions, your thoughts, and your life. Don't shy away from discomfort. Sit with it, and you'll find that it is not as powerful as it once seemed. And in that space, you'll find your true power waiting for you. 5. Die before you die. This might sound like a strange concept, but in Buddhism there is a profound teaching that says, die before you die. This means that in order to truly awaken to the fullest version of yourself, you must be willing to let go of your old identity, the version of you that is clinging to fear, past mistakes, outdated beliefs, and attachments. You must die to the old self in the present moment so that the new, more awakened version of you can emerge. This isn't about physical death, but the death of the parts of you that no longer serve your highest purpose. We all carry within us a collection of past identities and stories that have shaped how we see ourselves. These could be the labels others have given us, or the labels we have given ourselves. I'm not good enough, ill, never be successful. I'm not worthy of love. These stories, while they may have protected you at one point in your life, now hold you back from stepping into your full potential. When you die before you die, you make the conscious decision to release these old identities. You stop identifying with the past mistakes, the hurt, the guilt, and the fear that has been dictating your life. Instead of continuing to live as if you are your past, you start living as if you are the person you are becoming. You stop being trapped by the old versions of yourself and start embracing the freedom that comes with true transformation. This process of dying to the old self is not easy. It requires deep inner work and a willingness to confront the parts of you that you may have been avoiding. You must face your fears, your doubts, and your insecurities. You may have to let go of relationships or situations that no longer serve you, even if they feel familiar or comfortable. But this is all part of the process. When you let go of what no longer serves you, you create space for what truly nourishes your soul. The beauty of this concept is that you don't have to wait for the end of your life to experience this transformation. You can choose to die to the old self every single day, every morning. You have the opportunity to let go of yesterday's mistakes and step into a new version of yourself. You have the power to shed old fears and stories and to start fresh in every moment. You can begin again and again and again as you grow and evolve into the person you are meant to be. When you embrace this teaching, you realize that there is nothing to fear. You don't need to hold on to old patterns and behaviors that keep you small. You are free to create a new version of yourself. In every moment, the more you practice this, the more you understand that life isn't about becoming someone else. It's about letting go of everything that isn't truly you so that the most authentic, powerful version of yourself can emerge. By choosing to die before you die, you are choosing to live fully, to live without attachment, and to live with the knowledge that every moment is an opportunity for rebirth. And in that rebirth, you'll find the true freedom that comes with living without the limitations of your past. 6. Build a mind like a mountain. The old version of you is like a leaf in the wind, tossed, swayed, and controlled by every emotion. Every situation, every external force, the slightest disturbance causes you to lose your center, and you begin to feel overwhelmed by the ups and downs of life. But the awakened version of you is like a mountain, solid, unshakable, and unmoved by the storms that may swirl around you. A mountain stands tall no matter how fierce the wind blows or how strong the rain falls. It does not bend or break, instead it endures, standing firm through all weather. In Buddhism, the mind is often compared to a mountain, because just like a mountain, it can be rooted and steady no matter what happens in your life. The mind that is at peace is unshaken by temporary emotions or outside chaos. It remains calm and steady, even in the midst of life's greatest challenges. But achieving this state of mind doesn't happen overnight. It requires practice, patience, and consistency to build a mind like a mountain. You first must practice mental discipline. Just like the mountain doesn't sway with every gust of wind, your mind should not be tossed around by every thought, every fear, or every outside circumstance. When you are disturbed by external events, ask yourself, do I want to be controlled by this moment, or do I want to rise above it? The goal is to stop reacting to every stimulus with emotional chaos. Instead, pause, breathe, observe. Understand that you are not your emotions, and your emotions do not have to control you. This practice starts with mindfulness, the ability to stay present in the moment and observe your thoughts without getting attached to them. Just like a mountain remains unmoved by the storms around it, you must learn to stand in your center, unaffected by the fleeting thoughts and feelings that come and go when you feel overwhelmed. Pause and breathe deeply. Acknowledge your thoughts, but don't attach meaning to them. You are not the storm of thoughts. In your mind, you are the observer of those thoughts, watching them come and go like clouds in the sky. The next step is to train your mind for clarity and focus. Mountains don't get distracted by the weather. They simply exist. Similarly, you must train your mind to remain focused on what truly matters. Instead of allowing your attention to scatter in 100 different directions, learn to direct your energy and focus toward your goals, your values, and your purpose. This is where meditation comes in. Through regular meditation, you cultivate a mental stillness that allows you to focus clearly, sharpen your decision-making, and handle challenges without getting overwhelmed. In times of difficulty, a mountain does not question its purpose. It does not wonder if it should move or fall. It simply stands similarly. When you face life's obstacles, you must remember that your purpose and your strength lie in your ability to remain grounded, no matter what comes your way. Life will continue to bring storms, challenges, and changes. But if you can build a mind like a mountain, you will be able to stand firm and navigate through anything with grace and power. Building a mind like a mountain also means developing emotional resilience. A mountain is not shaken by external conditions. It remains constant, calm, and powerful. In the same way, when you encounter setbacks, criticism, or disappointment, you must learn to rise above those emotional triggers. Instead of reacting in anger, frustration, or sadness, train yourself to respond with wisdom, patience, and understanding. Emotional resilience means not letting external events define your internal state. Over time, the more you practice these principles, the more you will notice a shift in your inner world. You will feel more at peace, more grounded, and more in control of your thoughts and emotions. Your mental clarity will improve, and you will be able to navigate life's challenges with a level of calm and focus that others may find surprising. Remember, just like a mountain that stands tall through the centuries, the more you build a mind like a mountain, the more you become unshaken and unmovable. In the face of life's uncertainties, the storms may come, but you will remain rooted, standing firm and solid in your purpose, clarity, and inner strength. With this mindset, you will become an unstoppable force, capable of overcoming any challenge and rising above any adversity. The mountain does not fear the storm, and neither should you. 7. Rebirth is a daily practice. Rebirth isn't just something that happens in a distant future or after a major life event. It is a process that can unfold every single day. The key to transformation lies not in waiting for a dramatic change, but in understanding that each day offers you the opportunity to leave behind what no longer serves you and step into a new version of yourself. This is one of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism, that every day is a chance to be reborn, to start fresh, and to let go of the baggage that weighs you down. In life, we often get caught up in the idea that change only happens after big milestones like finishing school, changing jobs, or going through a crisis. But true growth and transformation happen when we make the decision to transform on a daily basis. Every day you can decide to let go of your old habits, fears, regrets, and limiting beliefs. Every morning, you have the chance to decide who you want to be, what you want to let go of, and what you want to create in your life. This process of daily rebirth is what makes lasting change possible. Buddhism teaches us that attachment to the past is one of the main causes of suffering. We hold on to old stories and identities that no longer serve us. These attachments keep us tied to who we used to be and prevent us from stepping into who we are meant to become. But when we make the conscious decision to release these attachments, we free ourselves. This doesn't mean forgetting or denying the past. Rather, it means not letting it control who you are today. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your actions, your thoughts, and your reactions every single day. The past is behind you, and you no longer need to carry it forward. The practice of daily rebirth starts with awareness. At the beginning of each day, take a moment to check in with yourself. What old patterns are you still holding on to? What stories are you telling yourself that no longer align with your true nature? What parts of your old self are you ready to release? By becoming aware of these attachments, you can consciously choose to let go of them. Awareness is the first step to letting go. Without it, you will continue to live on autopilot, trapped in old habits and beliefs that keep you stuck. The second step in the daily practice of rebirth is intention. Each morning, set the intention to be a new version of yourself. Decide that today is the day you will let go of fear, doubt, and anything else that holds you back. Set an intention to act from a place of strength, courage, and authenticity. You don't need to change everything at once, but by setting an intention, you are consciously aligning yourself with the person you want to become. Your intention serves as a compass, guiding you through your day and reminding you of the transformation you are creating. After awareness and intention comes action. Rebirth requires that you do something different. It's not enough to simply think about change. You must actively choose to take steps toward it. This might mean taking a different approach to a problem, letting go of a toxic habit, or choosing to respond with compassion instead of anger. Action is what brings your intention to life. Without it, transformation is just a dream. But when you act in alignment with your new self, you create a tangible shift in your life. Rebirth also requires patience. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. You won't become a completely different person in a single day, and that's okay. The process of rebirth is gradual. It's about consistently choosing to evolve, to learn and to grow. There will be days when you fall back into old patterns, and that's okay too. The key is to not judge yourself when this happens. Instead, practice self-compassion and gently guide yourself back on track. Every moment is a new opportunity to make a different choice. Every day is a fresh start. The more you practice daily rebirth, the more you will begin to see a shift in your life. You will notice that the old limitations that once held you back begin to lose their power. You will find yourself making better choices, responding with more wisdom and clarity, and growing in ways that once seemed impossible. You will realize that you are not bound by the past. You are free to create the future you desire, one day at a time. So embrace the power of rebirth in your daily life. Every morning, choose to leave behind what no longer serves you and step into the new version of yourself. By doing this every day, you will find yourself becoming a stronger, more awakened person aligned with your highest purpose and living a life of growth, freedom, and transformation. Every day is a new beginning, a chance to be reborn. Seize it. 8. Embrace the power of consistency in small steps. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratification, it's easy to believe that transformation needs to be immediate and dramatic. We often want change to happen fast, to feel like we're making progress in huge leaps and bounds. However, true growth and lasting change come from something much simpler, yet far more powerful: consistency and small steps. Buddhism teaches us the importance of small, deliberate actions in the long run. The small, consistent efforts we make each day have a far greater impact than occasional bursts of intense effort. Think of the bamboo tree. The bamboo's roots grow deep under the earth for several years before it ever breaks the surface. It doesn't rush, and it doesn't seek instant growth. Instead, it patiently allows its roots to strengthen, ensuring that when it does rise, it rises tall, strong, and unshakable. Just like the bamboo, your growth will sometimes feel invisible, but the deeper your roots in consistency, the greater your strength will be. When you finally see the fruits of your labor, in the Buddhist tradition, this idea is captured through the concept of gradual progress. The Buddha once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." It's a simple yet profound truth. Many people are discouraged by the idea of making gradual progress because it doesn't bring instant rewards. But the reality is that growth is a process, not an event. The changes you want to see in your life may not come all at once, but they will come if you remain committed to the path. One of the most important things to understand is that small steps, when done consistently, build momentum. Each small action is like laying a stone in the foundation of your life. At first, it may seem insignificant, just a single stone, but as you continue to place more stones, one by one, you begin to build something solid, something lasting over time. These small efforts add up, and before you realize it, you'll have built a strong foundation that can support big growth. The power of small steps comes from their ability to build up and grow over time. Take habits. For example, when you decide to follow one small, positive habit each day, whether it's meditating for 5 minutes, reading a chapter of a book, or going for a walk, it might seem like a small thing. But as the days pass, that one habit can change your life in ways you won't fully understand until you look back and see how far you've come. These small positive actions grow with time and slowly shape who you are. Staying consistent builds the strength of self-discipline, which then leads to mastery. Also, small steps help you stay connected to the present moment. Instead of stressing over how far you still have to go or trying to move too fast, you will focus on what you can do right now. You allow yourself to be imperfect, understanding that each step is part of a bigger journey. In Buddhism, we are taught to live in the present moment, free from the worries of the past or future. When you give your attention to the task in front of you, even if it's something small, you stay grounded. And this focus brings calm and clear thinking. Every small thing you do is a step toward the person you're becoming, and that's what truly matters. One more great benefit of small steps is that they help prevent burnout. When we try to make big changes too quickly or push ourselves too hard, we often feel stressed, frustrated, or lose motivation. But when you break your goals into smaller, manageable tasks, you give yourself a better chance to succeed without the pressure of doing everything all at once. You also give yourself the space to breathe and grow in a way that feels natural and steady. This way, you're able to keep your energy and motivation going for the long run, instead of burning out after a short burst of effort. Being consistent also plays a big role in building self-trust. The more you take action regularly, even in small ways, the more you show yourself that you are capable, dependable, and disciplined. You create a strong connection with yourself, based on trust and belief. You start to believe that if you keep showing up, even when it's tough, you can achieve anything. This creates resilience, the strength to keep going. Even when you face problems or setbacks, each small step boosts your belief in your ability to succeed, and it deepens your commitment to your journey. And finally, remember that every small step you take is a sign of your growth on the path of self-improvement. It's easy to miss the small wins because we're too focused on the bigger goal, but the truth is, every small step forward is something to be proud of. Notice these moments, take pride in your effort, not just in the final result. This helps you build momentum and keeps your motivation alive. Every small action and every little win becomes proof that change is happening, even if it feels slow at times. So welcome the power of consistency and steady steps. Don't let the urge for quick results pull you away from the amazing strength of slow and steady progress. Put your attention on what you can do today and trust that each step you take is leading you toward the person you're meant to become. Your transformation won't happen overnight, but it will be deep and lasting. With steady effort, you will create a life filled with strength, resilience, and true success. One small step at a time as we finish these 7 powerful lessons on how to leave behind the old version of yourself and move into a life filled with clarity, courage, and change. Remember this: real change doesn't happen in a single moment. It is an ongoing journey, a practice that unfolds day by day, moment by moment. Each lesson we covered today acts as a guide to help you let go of old fears, habits, and identities that no longer support your growth, and to rise as a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. Know that a fresh start is possible every single day. Every morning gives you the chance to release what no longer serves you and welcome a new chapter of your life. Whether it's letting go of past mistakes, breaking free from false identities, or sitting with discomfort to grow, every step forward is a win. Your real strength comes from staying consistent. It's not about taking huge leaps. It's about small, mindful actions repeated each day. The power of consistency is like planting seeds. They might seem small at first, but over time they grow into something strong and beautiful. So let go of the past, trust the journey, and move forward with courage and purpose. You have the power to shape your transformation, and every moment gives you a fresh chance to let go of the old version of yourself and step into the endless potential within you. The path won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. You already have everything you need to succeed. Keep moving forward, keep growing, and watch as the person you're becoming stands taller, wiser, and more powerful than you ever imagined. Now, go ahead, embrace the new you.